Hi, I'm Pash. Let me just start off by saying that I'm not very great at recording these things. I'm trying to get the ball rolling by posting more videos more frequently, but I don't always have time or motivation to get a video out, so I'll be trying to post videos as often as I can, but I'll probably won't be able to post them that often. Alright, so as you can see, I have my portfolio pulled out, and that's what I want to be talking about today. Now this might be a little bit of a boring video, but to anybody who's interested, I would love to hear your comments. Anything about any critiques are welcome. I would accept any criticism, and I honestly would love any sort of help to get my portfolio better quality than it is right now. So let me just get my goal straight. My goal is to finish my portfolio and get it polished, get it curated towards 2D art for games. Now, I'm looking for a casual game art style, sort of, or at least I'm trying to get a casual game art style. I'm not exactly fixed on game dev specifically. I'd love to do book illustrations also, but I feel like I'll be more interested in the moment to get a job in the game industry, mostly because, well, I'm quite into games, so yeah. My main target at the moment is a few companies in Lithuania. My main goal right now are a few companies in Lithuania that do digital art jobs, kind of, that have 2D digital art jobs. That includes Galera, Nord Current, No Breaks Games, and a few other companies that I'm not sure if they really need 2D artists at the moment, but I'm still not exactly sure because the market for 2D digital art in my country is quite small, so I'm hoping to get good and get a job somehow, even though it's quite difficult to get a job in the small market, but I'll be trying my best. I have absolutely no idea how everything works. I'm completely green, and yeah, I'm not sure how to even describe my experience, as my current routine has been to just add more artworks, remove old artworks, post my portfolio to applications, and send it out. And that's what I've been doing for the past year. But the issue is that I haven't been able to draw. This is where I have to mention a few things. Portfolio isn't like what I have right now. I know at the start I said, look at my portfolio, but that's the only thing that I can call it because I don't have anything else. What I have in front of me isn't exactly a portfolio, it's my gallery. So it's a collection of works that are just my works. It's not a curated collection of works towards a specific role, which what I understand is what a portfolio is supposed to be about. For example, like a character artist's portfolio, you would see a lot of character arts in the same art style or similar kind of stuff that would show off your skills, like turnaround, stuff like that, consistent, well-rendered, certain characters. Or a concept artist, they would have more concept art, like design processes, stuff like that. It's more about showing not what you can do, but about showing what's relevant towards the role that you're trying to achieve in a way. I don't have that. I know know, I do understand that I'm quite young and inexperienced when it comes to digital art overall, but I'm still pretty, I wouldn't use the word desperate, but I'm still pretty willing to get a job in the industry as soon as possible, as I don't particularly like working in retail or any kind of part-time jobs, and I just want to get my nose there in the industry as soon as possible, and I just want to get that work experience, because I feel like if I were to work in that environment, I would learn a lot faster. Like, it would be a more active environment for me than just sitting at home and hoping that somebody would hire me, even though the chances, I will say, are very slim. I'm 19 and still in school with not a lot of good skills, so the chance of me actually getting hired is pretty low, but I'm still trying to see just that one chance of me getting hired, like that single chance. I'm trying to get it. Okay, so my current issue right now is, if you look at my portfolio, actually, this is my most recent piece. I have an issue. The hands, I won't talk about the hands, but if you were to look, I'm not sure which artwork is the best example for this, but I guess this newer piece is pretty good. A good example for what I'm about to explain. If you look at this, I can't zoom in. If you look at this, it's pretty bad. okay, that's not what I meant. It's not well polished, it's choppy, you can see the brush strokes, and it's nothing compared to any of the actual finished illustrations that you'll see the proper artists have. And I was wondering for a long time, why is it that I don't finish my pieces properly? And after drawing and drawing again and again, like, just I kept on drawing, making pieces, and I didn't understand why aren't they finished looking like my favorite artists. And you might have, if you're an artist, you might have a similar, or might have had a similar issue when it comes to like overall process or routine. I rely a lot on spontaneity for my artworks. I spontaneously get inspiration. For example, this piece, I got my fancy new Huion, and I just had this burst of inspiration to create, and very spontaneously I sat down and I simply made this artwork in about 5-ish hours. I didn't get up to get a break, and once I was done with the piece, all kind of done. If you look at it closely, then you'll see that it's not quite finished. Like, yeah, you can see the line work. It's like it has a little bit of this. It's choppy, and this could be a choice. Some artists have this kind of choppy look to them, but I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm just doing this because I can't do anything else, really. I would love to have polished pieces, but I don't, and that's my main struggle right now, because I've met an artist from a company that looked at my art, and one of the main things that they mentioned is that my artworks aren't finished. And for the longest time I could not figure out exactly what the issue was. So what I did is I realized something. What I did is I realized, whatever. I said I'm not the best at recording these things. I made a plan. I had a realization, kind of. You can't finish artworks if you don't start them properly. that was the revelation for me, that I finally figured out exactly the root of the problem. Now, I have figured this out, but I haven't actually managed to fix it. My pieces still look choppy, but I'm in the process of trying my best and just trying to get my pieces to look better, more polished, more rendered. The first steps to make sure that my artworks look good is actually more or less to do with routine than actual drawing. So, once I mentioned before, I rely a lot of spontaneity to make my artworks. I don't have a routine, I don't have anything proper. And I realized that's a big issue, because if I use that spontaneity, that burst of inspiration to make an artwork, it's like a bright flame. It burns up fast. Once it burns brightly, it's great, but then it burns up and you don't have anything. And I hadn't kind of noticed this in real life for me too, where I kind of have these spikes of inspiration and a lot of work, and I burn out and I'm unable to do anything for a while. And it's the same for art too. And I'm talking a lot because this is something that I've been very passionate about for a while, and I've been trying my best to figure out how do I fix this. And I realized that maybe working in a bubble and trying to figure something out on my own may not be the actual way to go about this. And I do understand that posting this, not a lot of people might watch it, but I hope that it's better than nothing, basically. I rely a lot of spontaneity on my artworks, and what I'd like to do instead is to have a proper routine, to like maybe work for an hour, then take a break, work for another 2 hours, have breaks in between, have a certain routine, like every single time I eat dinner, I sit down to draw. Like, if you've read Atomic Habits, then you'll understand what I'm kind of trying to get at here. I want to create a habit for drawing, but a good habit that doesn't rely on spontaneity, on bursts of inspiration, that relies on the opposite of that. I forgot the word. On like not relevance. I forgot the word. Anyways, I had this plan in mind. Basically, the thing I mentioned earlier, oh god, my thoughts are all over the place. I'm just so passionate about this kind of topic because I'm really trying to fix it. Like, I see problems in my life as little like exercises or missions that I have to do, and I feel like this right now is my main mission, to get my artwork to look better. I had this idea to get a specific routine for artworks. I already mentioned it kind of, but I had a simple phases to artwork, just a specific artwork. And it doesn't start with actual drawing. It starts with reference images. Basically, this entire process is basically like viewing the art process as a project instead of just a little drawing, because it really is a project. You're creating or trying to show a character or an environment, something, and it really is a project. And basically, each project you get to learn new skills for it. You get to treat it more seriously than I do now. I'm planning to make this art process go like, first search for inspirations, 3D models, make boards, inspiration boards, color palettes, everything. Then you go to sketching around, thumbnailing phases. Then only after all of that planning do you actually get to make a final kind of sketch, a rough sketch. Then you refine that sketch. Then you either make a more refined sketch or you do line art. I don't do line art. I hate line art. After that, you go into flat colors and then go into lighting and then goes into rendering and final effects. So there's this whole process of creating an artwork which I don't follow. I go all over the place when it comes to my process. I create quite randomly, like some parts of my sketch get rendered before another part, and I just kind of jump around the piece until it kind of looks, it looks fine, I guess. And I'm not even that happy about the piece after I'm done with it. So yeah, oh god, I ranted for 15 minutes about this. I'm just so excited to finally have figured out what my problem is, that I only have to move on to the problem solving phase, and I think I'm nearing that somehow. So I don't care if this video ends up being long. If you're interested in watching it, then feel free to watch it.